curious you get about art making, the more you're able to explore your identity and understand your values, beliefs, and desires without any external influence, driven solely by your inner wisdom and intuition.
Welcome to Soul-Led Creative Women, a podcast for creatively curious women seeking rich, soul-led ways to look after themselves better.
I'm Sam Horton, and in this episode, I talk about art making as a powerful tool for self-connection, strengthening intuition, cultivating inner calm, and as part of a creative life that empowers you to truly thrive and feel whole. Over these past few weeks, I've talked a lot about creativity as a powerful tool for improving self-connection and intuition, and as a vehicle for cultivating inner calm and enhanced well-being. And there are, in fact, many ways to be creative and many ways that we can tap into our feminine creative power. In my own life, I like to think that I'm cultivating a creative life. I believe this is what true creative empowerment is, when we take the time to activate, value, and prioritize our own feminine creative power. This way of living has many creative layers. It's about balancing our feminine creative energy with our masculine results-focused energy and finding a really beautiful synergy that supports us and helps us to feel empowered and complete without needing external fixes or solutions, but simply through finding power from within. Some examples of this way of living that I can give you today include taking the slow road or the long route with some things. We are conditioned to be productive and efficient, but there is value in the scenic route. For example, growing a flower or veggie patch with your own two hands, or making the time for the long sourdough bread process instead of buying it from the artisan bakery. Being truly present and playing with our children, finding ways to enjoy what they enjoy and see the world through their eyes. Afternoons spent making with your hands, home DIY projects, crafts, or of course art making. A huge part of my own creative empowerment practice and my own way of creative living does involve art making. And this is also at the core of the creative empowerment rituals I use with my one-to-one clients, which allows them to shift their perspective and learn to value and prioritize their own feminine creative power so that they can find simple and self-focused ways to feel really good, to connect with themselves, to harness their inner wisdom and intuition, and so that they can really work on thriving and feeling whole and cultivating this empowered creative life that I'm talking about. The reason why I use art making in my coaching isn't just because it's been a powerful tool for me on my own healing and empowerment journey, but because it's literally for everyone. It's accessible. You can source materials from anywhere. You don't need any experience to get started. There is literally no prerequisite. And that's not the same for every creative outlet. Some do require technical skills to get started. Just think musical instruments, pottery, even cooking to a degree, or knitting or sewing. You need some technical skills to get started. But above all, art making has tremendous power as you create something tangible from absolutely nothing but a blank page and your own inner creative power. Unsurprisingly, people feel a tremendous amount of resistance to the blank page and surrendering to their creativity through making. And I believe that that's only because it is so powerful. And there is a certain amount of vulnerability that goes with it. Watching something emerge from the page as you surrender to the process, get brave and vulnerable about making a mess and playing with art supplies with a childlike curiosity, and really letting yourself go and expressing yourself freely, giving yourself permission to just try and just see what happens. Art making is a unique and overlooked tool that can be used as an intuitive, expressive bridge between your inner self and the outer world. Often when we're doing the work to heal ourselves, to empower ourselves, as part of our spiritual awakening, and when we feel a sense of dis-ease in our lives, we are working really hard towards getting out of our heads and into our hearts. But it's not easy. We're conditioned to value logic, to value rules and steps as a means of getting results. And it's not easy to trust, to allow, and to receive. Art making requires this of us. What I've personally found to be true is that this process is uncomfortable for all of us. And if we can find ways to ease that journey and really find methods that truly resonate with us and empower us, then they're worth exploring, even if they make us feel vulnerable. I actually found a passion for art making by accident, and it's really been my biggest healer, my greatest source of empowerment, and it's the self-awareness tool that really gets me out of my head and into my heart. Interestingly, authentic, free art making practices are cultivated from within yourself. They require you to sit with yourself and the task at hand, without anyone telling you the exact steps, without anyone coaxing you onwards. When you're immersed in making a piece of art, you're naturally going to focus and concentrate on the physical task in front of you. And by doing this, you're going to activate mindfulness and presence and bring a sense of calm to the present moment. As you relax into this mindfulness, you then have an opportunity to express whatever comes up for you internally, whether it's an emotion, a thought, or a feeling. And the more you lean into this opportunity, the easier it becomes to express these natural parts of your inner world out onto the page. You don't need to apply any logic or find all the words to make a meaningful connection with your inner world. You don't even need to paint or draw a thing that's recognizable to anyone else. It could be something as simple as a flash of abstract colors with a paintbrush to bring an emotion to life, or as detailed and intricate as a drawing of something you're really fond of, so that you can really see it and really feel it. The deeper and more curious you get about art making, the more you're able to explore your identity and understand your values, beliefs, and desires without any external influence, driven solely by your inner wisdom and intuition. Your intuition will naturally strengthen as you unknowingly tap into your subconscious, your thoughts, feelings, emotions, your experiences, and your beliefs. And it's not through thinking and logic, but as your busy brain is immersed in the creative process. And it is the creative process itself that helps you to build trust with yourself through your creative risks and actions. It helps you to become bolder and braver as you strengthen this inner trust. And the more spontaneous and comfortable you get with uncertainty, the more you'll learn to trust your intuitive wisdom. Over time, you may start to notice that you often paint the same themes, symbols, or use similar colors and patterns in your art. These are all a glimpse into your inner world and provide you with an opportunity to understand more complex emotions and ideas from within. As you build this inner trust and awareness, over time you'll gain more freedom and have less of a filter on the way that you express yourself through your art. There are no rules or judgments. You can create and express whatever your personal inner truth guides you to express. Over time, if art making becomes something that you regularly incorporate into your creative routine, you'll find your creative voice. It will get easier to feel heard and to feel seen through your art, and your art will become more aligned with your soul's truth and essence. Although the real power and transformation comes from free, authentic expression in your art making, the more you invest in art making as a means for growth, to heal, and to empower yourself, the more you'll naturally cultivate and enhance your skills. And you'll start to identify with the term artist and find greater empowerment in setting artistic goals and projects for yourself. As you go on this journey, incorporating things like art classes and other creative outlets into your art making practice only enhance your experience as you discover new ways of working, new techniques, so that you can cultivate your own unique way of making and creating art that deeply resonates with your inner world, that fills you up and nurtures you and supports your continued growth and awakening. I really hope you enjoyed this glimpse into the power of art making. Thanks for listening. Take care. Start reconnecting with your inner creative magic with a powerful 10-minute meditation. This meditation is designed to help you reconnect to yourself, your creativity, and spark your inner wisdom by guiding you to discover your own unique and personal sacred creative space as you tune into your intuition. Please head to samhorton.co/gift.